Big Blue, stop right now. MetLife Stadium just exploded with breaking news, and one painful reality is already on the table. 5 concussion checks in a single year. Jackson Dart just took another crushing hit. The starting wide receiver room went completely invisible on Saturday, and a sudden quarterback signing proved that changes are already hitting the locker room. Insiders confirmed the league's protocol is tightening around New York right now. And here is the first payoff. The NFL confirmed it will pull Dart off the field for evaluation after every major collision without hesitation. If you bleed blue, white, and red more than you hate the Dallas Cowboys, smash that like and subscribe button right now. We start with the quarterback collision that has East Rutherford holding its breath. A devastating collision in the opening quarter sent MetLife Stadium into pure silence. Will Jackson Dart survive an entire 17-game regular season playing with this level of relentless physical exposure? The name everyone is praying for in New York is Jackson Dart, and the medical verdict is officially out. The second-year quarterback took a violent, legal hit straight through the chest from Minnesota Vikings safety Jay Ward on a completely unblocked blitz in the preseason opener. Dart remained down on the turf for what felt like an eternity before being escorted directly to the Blue medical tent for another mandatory concussion protocol evaluation, while Dart remarkably emerged 2 plays later to fire a crisp 15-yard touchdown pass to rookie Malachi Fields. The underlying concern is sounding massive alarms across the front office. Last season, Dart was forced into the Blue tent 5 separate times for head trauma checks, sparking intense league-wide debates about the long-term sustainability of his fearless playing style. NFL insider Ian Rappaport reported on Good Morning Football that the league office will officially err on the side of caution moving forward, meaning any violent contact will trigger an immediate mandatory removal from the game. This is no longer just bad luck. It is a permanent reality for the Giants' offense. However, this specific hit was not a case of Dart refusing to slide, but rather a total breakdown in pass protection after running back Tyrone Tracy missed the blitz pickup entirely. Head coach John Harbaugh was blunt when addressing the tape, stating unequivocally that there was no way his starting quarterback should have been hit in that spot. Dart expressed visible frustration in his post-game press conference, admitting he is puzzled by finding himself in the tent after every collision, while emphasizing that he merely had the wind knocked out of him. When a young quarterback suffers multiple rapid evaluations, the cumulative physical toll begins to compound exponentially over a grueling season. Every snap under center becomes a high-stakes gamble when unblocked rushers exploit fundamental alignment errors in standard 6-man slide protections. The coaching staff spent endless hours in the film room reviewing pass protection rules, because when free rushers come off the boundary untouched, the entire offensive design collapses into total chaos. If the blindside protections and interior slide calls are not ironed out before live regular season action, opposing defensive coordinators will dial up aggressive zero-blitz packages on every single third down to force Dart off the field. New York cannot afford to see its primary signal caller lying flat on the turf while the season slips away in the opening month of competition. The medical staff is now under direct league scrutiny, meaning the threshold to pull Dart out of critical fourth quarters is lower than for any other starting passer in football today. Dart's competitive fire is undeniably the heartbeat of this team, but learning when to live for the next down by throwing the ball away into the dirt is the ultimate separator between a superstar and an injured backup. But with the NFL spotters watching his every move under a microscope, the medical tent will remain a constant shadow over Big Blue in 2026, unless this offensive line and backfield solidify their pass protection immediately. Is Jackson Dart playing too recklessly, or is this offensive line putting his career in jeopardy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you want Dart protected at all costs this season, hit that like button right now and show the league that Big Blue stands behind our franchise leader. But while the starting quarterback survived an injury scare, the veteran wide receivers brought an even bigger nightmare to light. Whispers turned into footsteps, and the coaching staff is already running out of patience. The names: Darius Slayton, Darnell Mooney, and Calvin Austin III. Now watch the massive shift happening on this depth chart. In a 13-10 preseason loss to the Minnesota Vikings, the Giants' offense stalled completely, managing only 4 plays over 10 yards all afternoon. The most shocking revelation was not just the lack of explosive chunk gains, but the absolute disappearance of the veteran receiver trio. Darnell Mooney, Calvin Austin III, and Darius Slayton combined for 35 snaps, 16 routes run, and exactly 0 targets. Not a single catch, not a single target, and not a single impact play while combining for $16.5 million in average annual salary. According to Pro Football Focus, none of the 3 graded above 56 on Saturday, with Mooney posting 54.6, Slayton at 55.8, and Austin finishing at 55.3. Even star free agent tight end addition Isaiah Likely was limited to just 11 yards on 2 receptions. Meanwhile, rookie third-round pick Malachi Fields completely stole the spotlight, catching all 3 of his targets for 34 yards and a soaring 15-yard touchdown over Minnesota linebacker Ivan Pace. Fields looked dominant in contested catch situations, using his 6'4" frame to prove he deserves immediate first-team reps behind Malik Neighbors. John Harbaugh brought these veteran wideouts in to provide speed and veteran leadership, but Fields is already threatening to take the starting outside job before Week 1 even arrives. The complete absence of downfield separation against basic press coverage has forced the coaching staff to reconsider its base 11 personnel groupings entirely. When veteran pass catchers fail to generate separation on basic intermediate digs and crossing routes against rotational defensive backs, it restricts the play caller from executing downfield vertical concepts. Offensive spacing becomes hopelessly cramped, allowing safeties to rob underneath passing lanes with total impunity and stack 8 defenders in the box against Devin Singletary. If high-priced veterans cannot consistently defeat physical single coverage on standard boundary releases, the front office will face immediate financial scrutiny for how its off-season salary cap resources were allocated. The competition on the outside is wide open, and draft pedigree no longer guarantees starting snaps in this new offensive scheme. Harbaugh has built a legendary coaching career on accountability and physical dominance, and sending a highly paid veteran to the bench during training camp is a trademark motivational tool he is never afraid to deploy. Fields showcased an innate chemistry with Dart on red zone scramble drills, adjusting his route effortlessly when the initial timing broke down. If the veterans cannot match that level of hunger and athletic precision in joint practices, their snap counts will evaporate before September. The coaching staff will give the veterans another chance this Saturday against the Miami Dolphins, but the leash is officially microscopic. Do you think rookie Malachi Fields should immediately start over Darius Slayton and Darnell Mooney in Week 1? Leave your wide receiver depth chart rankings in the comments below. If you believe this offense needs a total youth movement, smash like to let the front office know where the fans stand. But as alarming as the receiver room looks, an emergency front office transaction just altered the quarterback room entirely. A move weeks in the making finally triggered after an absolute disaster on the field. Sources say the scouting evaluation sat on the desk since late July. But Saturday's tape forced the general manager to pull the trigger immediately. The identity everyone is talking about? Former New Orleans Saints quarterback Jake Haener, and the quarterback room just underwent a major shakeup. Following the 13-10 defeat against Minnesota, the Giants officially signed Haener while waiving running back Dante Miller with an injury designation. The catalyst for this sudden roster move was the disastrous performance of veteran backup Brandon Allen. In relief duty on Saturday, Allen struggled mightily, completing 5 of 8 passes for only 45 yards, throwing 2 costly interceptions, and having another turnover nearly picked off by the Vikings secondary. Allen looked completely incapable of executing John Harbaugh's timing concepts, holding the ball far too long, and failing to read disguised safety coverage. Haener, originally a 4th-round pick by the Saints in 2023 out of Fresno State, previously worked out for the Giants during an 18-player tryout in late July. While New York initially signed tight end Tyler Moore and defensive lineman Marlon Davidson from that workout, Haener remained at the very top of their emergency call list. During the 2024 campaign with New Orleans, Haener appeared in 8 games with 1 start, throwing for 226 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception before spending time on the Kansas City Chiefs offseason roster earlier this year. Haener brings sharp collegiate accuracy and collegiate leadership from Fresno State, where he completed 68.1% of his passes and was named Senior Bowl MVP. When backup quarterbacks show a complete lack of pocket awareness and panic against basic blitz schemes, the entire offensive operation grinds to an embarrassing halt. The front office realized that having an unreliable backup signal caller jeopardizes not just preseason development, but the integrity of the entire offensive installation during live team periods. Haener gives the coaching staff a quick-release distributor who processes pre-snap coverage diagnostics with poise, minimizing catastrophic turnover plays in emergency relief appearances. The margin for error in the NFL is razor thin, and having a dependable depth chart ensures that one temporary setback will not torpedo a franchise's postseason aspirations before the autumn even begins. With Dart's high-contact playstyle increasing the likelihood of in-game injury checks, the backup quarterback in New York is guaranteed to see critical snaps throughout the regular season schedule. Haener possesses the quick rhythm trigger and high football IQ necessary to distribute the football to playmakers like Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson without taking devastating negative sacks. Brandon Allen is now facing a nearly guaranteed roster cut before final cutdown day, as Haener and Jameis Winston battle for positioning on the depth chart. While many fans held out hope for an explosive gadget weapon like Taysom Hill, the front office prioritized immediate stability and ball security behind Jackson Dart. Will Jake Haener secure the primary backup role behind Jackson Dart? Or should the Giants keep searching the waiver wire for another veteran passer? Let us know what you think of this signing in the comments. If you are glad the front office took decisive action to fix the backup quarterback disaster, hit like right now. 3 massive headlines have officially redefined the New York Giants' preseason trajectory. Jackson Dart's resilience inside the blue medical tent proved his toughness, but exposed critical pass protection issues that must be fixed immediately. The total disappearance of Darius Slayton and Darnell Mooney opened the door for rookie Malachi Fields to seize the starting wide receiver role, while the emergency signing of Jake Haener signals that John Harbaugh will not tolerate sloppy turnovers anywhere on this roster. Big Blue is building a physical, disciplined team, but time is running out before the regular season begins. If the Giants can clean up blitz pickup schemes and unleash their young playmakers, this franchise has the firepower to surprise everyone and make a serious run at the NFC East crown. Now, here is what I need from every true Big Blue fan watching right now. First, smash that like button if you believe Jackson Dart will stay healthy and lead this franchise back into the postseason. Second, leave a comment with your prediction for Malachi Fields. Will the rookie lead all Giants receivers in touchdowns this year? Third, subscribe to the channel right now so you never miss breaking New York Giants news and roster updates. But listen closely because the drama is not over. Inside sources suggest that John Harbaugh is preparing to completely bench one high-priced veteran receiver against Miami to send a stern message to the entire locker room. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Eagles just finalized an aggressive trade package for an elite pass rusher aimed specifically at terrorizing New York's offensive tackles. Big Blue stands ready, stay locked in, and let us take over the NFC East.